The Negro Leagues were a big business in African American culture early in the 20th century, and teams paid out money to attract the top stars. There was a lot of contract jumping, and they organized in 1920 into actual leagues, and one of the main reasons was to try to get some control over contract jumping. Take Satchel Paige, for example. He was well known to pitch for the highest bidder. He started at $50 a month pitching for the Chattanooga Lookouts prior to 1926, and for $275 a month he moved to the Birmingham Black Barons. He was a Black Baron for 3 seasons, sort of. Owner of the Black Barons, Richardson, loaned him out to other teams for key games for a fee that he would split with himself and Satchel Paige. So Satchel Paige during those years turned up in a variety of places. Satchel split 1930 with the Black Barons and the Baltimore Black Sox. 1931 he split with the Cleveland Cubs and the team that's playing today, the 1931 Homestead Grays. He pitched for the Cleveland Clubs, an interesting team that came from Nashville, and they only existed for 1 year as the Cleveland Cubs. This is the only photograph of Satchel Paige in a Cleveland Cubs uniform. And his photograph, by the way, was taken in San Diego, California, when he went to play winter ball in San Diego. Those who do the stats in the Negro Leagues, they have a difficult time sorting out players and what teams they played in. I think it's possible, and they're doing a great job. And also, Baseball Reference is really improving their site on Negro League statistics. Seamheads list William Foster as the top pitcher of the 31 Homestead Grays. He is not included in the Stratomatic set, and but his stats are in Seamheads.com with the 31 Grays. But back to Satchel. 1932, he went to the Pittsburgh Crawfords and pitched for the Crawfords 32, 33, 34. But not 1935, and a problem I have with the 1935 Apba Negro League set is they have a card for Satchel Paige. He did not pitch for the 35 Pittsburgh Crawfords. He may have pitched some exhibition games, but you can't find him in the stats on Negro League statistics at Seamheads or Baseball Reference of pitching with the Crawfords in 1935. He pitched for a semi-pro team in Bismarck, North Dakota. Of course, because of more money, they offered him $500 a month, way more than most of Satchel Paige's seasons were spent with the Kansas City Monarchs, and he has a home in Kansas City. But he didn't always pitch for the Monarchs. He sometimes turned up on international teams. And in 1938, he was on no Negro Major League team. He was pitching with the Monarchs, a Monarchs developmental team called the Satchel Paige All-Stars, while he recovered from an arm injury he suffered while pitching in Mexico. Today, Satchel turns up on the 1931 Homestead Grays. They were one of the top independent teams, along with the Hilldale Daisies. There were the Depression when the stock market crashed in 1930 and 31. The Depression played a number on the Negro League teams, and leagues folded, and quite a few of the teams ended up playing independent schedules only. And here is Satchel Paige with the Homestead Grays, 1931, one of the greatest teams in Negro League baseball history. This is Apba Baseball Classics, where yesterday's stars performed through cards and dice, classic games on our tabletops. Hello everybody, this is Apba Brian and Apba Baseball Classics bringing to you a Stratomatic game today and for some more days. Game 9 of the Diamond Gems Stratomatic Negro Leagues tournament. Today we're going to have the 1916 Chicago American Giants against the 1931 Homestead Grays. I played 3 games offline. I'll play some more games offline as well. In those games, the Hilldale Daisies fell to the Cleveland Buckeyes. Hilldale took game 2 of their series, 2-1 to even the series, but they lost game 3, 5-4. We played game 1 of the American Giants and Homestead Gray series, and the Chicago American Giants won the game 2-0. So the Homestead Grays need to win today to continue. Chicago is Rube Foster's team. He is the founder of the Negro National Leagues, or Negro Leagues, period. He founded them in 1920 at the Paseo YMCA in Kansas City. This team for 1916 for Chicago is very weak offensively. They're kind of like think of them as the hitless wonders in the 1906 Chicago White Sox that won the World Series over the spectacular 06 Chicago Cubs. This team, the Chicago American Giants, they couldn't hit, but they could pitch tremendously, and their defense was outstanding. So we'll see if they can do it and put away the powerful Homestead Grays. Here's your starting lineups for the Chicago American Giants. Pete Hill lead off play center field. Leroy Grant's at first base. Pop Lloyd, probably the superstar of the dead ball era of Negro Leagues, is at shortstop. Jesse Barber in right field. Pete Duncan in left field. Bruce Petway, an outstanding catcher, is the catcher. Harry Bachman, second base. Bill Francis at third. And the pitcher is Dick Whitworth, 24-9, 1.65 earned run average. For the Homestead Grays, Satchel Paige is on the mound. We talked about that. They're going to lead off with Tubby Scales at second base, Ted Page in right field, Oscar Charleston's at first, Josh Gibson's the catcher, Jed Wilson at third base, Vic Harris in left field, Slim Evans at shortstop, and Ambrose Reed is in center field. Pitcher is, of course, Satchel Paige, and he's ready to go. Let's have the first pitch of the game. Pete Hill steps into the box for the American Giants. Here's the pitch. 5-11 is a ground ball to the shortstop. That's Evans. He's a 3. And so 3-12 makes the play. 1 away. Here's Leroy Grant. 2-3 is a base on balls. Grant takes first. This team will have to manufacture runs. He's a grade B stealing. The catcher for Homestead, Gibson. Let's see what his arm looks like. -3. He's going to take that chance. Here's the roll. Safe. Stolen base off Josh Gibson. Put Grant at second. 1 out. He's in scoring position. Pop Lloyd, the hitter. 5-7 is a ground ball second base X. That's Tubby Scales. He's a 3. 8-3 is an out with a 3. Runner advances to third. 2 outs. That brings up Jesse Barber. Satchel is in the stretch. Here is the pitch. 6-9 off of his cards. A swing and a miss, strike 3. 3 outs. We go to the bottom of the first. Gray's coming to bat. All right, here is Dick Whitworth. He is 24-9, 1.65 earned run average. Pitching to Tubby Scales, who hit .350 in 1931. 2-6 is a split chance, 11. That's going to be a leadoff triple by Tubby Scales. And the American Giants are in trouble right away. Tubby Scales played much of his career with the New York Black Yankees, and he had a sweet deal there. That's a team that paid players a percentage of the gate. Here's Ted Page for Homestead. Second hitter, no outs. Dick Whitworth. The infield's going to play in. They can afford to give up many runs. Here's the pitch. 3-8 is a ground ball second base B++. And those plus singles will be a ground ball that rolls through the infield playing in. RBI for Ted Page. And Tuppy Scale scores the first run of the game. It's 1-0 Homestead Grays. That brings up the great Oscar Charleston. 5-7. That's a single off the Whitworth card. And Page could go to third if he wants to try it. 1-14. Let's make that a hit up the middle to center field. Pete Hill's the center fielder. He's a -1 arm. He's going to try to throw the runner out at third. Meanwhile, Oscar Charleston's going to run to second on the throw to third. 15, he is out. You need to get 1 through 13 to be safe. So Pete Hill guns down the base runner at third, 1 down. There's Josh Gibson. 5-6 is a swing and a miss, strike 3, 2 outs. Another powerful hitter, Judd Wilson, 366 batter. 6-8 is a base on balls. Wilson takes first. Vic Harris was a solid outfielder. He was a very aggressive base runner. Got him the nickname Vicious Vic. Here's the pitch to Vic Harris. 3-9 is a swing and a miss, strike 3. That's the end of the inning. Out of all that, the Homestead Grays score 1. We go to the top of the second, 1-0 Homestead. Left fielder Pete Duncan leads off for the Chicago American Giants. 6-8 is a fly ball to left field. Vic Harris is under it and puts it away, 1 down. Bruce Petway. 3-3 is a ground ball second base, 2 outs. Harry Bachman, middle infielder for the American Giants. 1-5 is a split chance. That's going to be a base hit. B. Stealing, Bill Francis. If he gets thrown out stealing, it's not the end of the world because the pitcher would be on deck. Bill Francis would be leading off instead of the pitcher leading off. So I think I'll give it a shot. Let's try. It's stolen easily. Well, I still may have the pitcher leading off the next inning if they get Bill Francis out, but to me, it wasn't the end of the world if the base runner got thrown out and Francis led off. 1-11 is a ground out to the shortstop, 6-3. That's the end of the top of the second. Chicago Americans get a runner in scoring position, but they don't score. 1-0 Homestead. Bill Evans leads off for the Homestead Grays. 1-6 is a pop-up towards second base. Harry Bachman calls for it and makes the catch. 1 down. Brings up the 8th place hitter, third baseman Ambrose Reed. 6-9 is a base on ball. Reed takes first. He's got B speed. But good defensive catcher though. Let's see, that's Petway. And Petway's arm is -4. So he only has a 1-11 chance to steal second. Here's the pitcher, Satchel Paige, number 5 batting card. He's going to swing away. 6-6 is a single 1-2. Otherwise, it's a 2. So that's a single. Grays have 2 on and 1 out. Top of the order to Tubby Scales, who led off the game with a triple and has scored the only run. Here's the pitch to Scales. 3-9 is a ground ball to third base, B. So Page is out going to second, 5-4. Reed goes to third, and Scales is on first with a fielder's choice. 2 outs. It brings up Ted Page. 4-2 is a pop-up to third base, and that's caught by Francis. 3 outs. Well, the Homestead Grays threaten mightily in the second, but they don't score. It's still 1-0. Homestead. The pitcher, Dick Whitworth, leads off for Chicago. He is a batter card number 2. 1-5 is a swing and a miss, strike 3. Top of the order, and Pete Hill. Two sevens, a base on balls. Pete Hill takes first. And he's not going to stop there. He's going to try to steal second. 14, a stealer. That's going to be caught stealing. 1-15 is A. And catcher's -2. So that's an out. He is out 2-4. 2 outs. Leroy Grant. 6-6 or 6-12 is a ground ball to. I get excited when I see all those sixes because of my Apba experience. But yeah, 6-12 is just a ground out to first base. 3 outs. We go to the bottom of the third. 1-0 Homestead Grays. Grays lead off with Oscar Charleston. He is 1 for 1 with a single. He went as far as second base, but no farther in the first. 5-6 is a swing and a miss, strike 3. Third strikeout for Dick Whitworth. Josh Gibson. He was a strikeout victim in the first. Just got through watching Gibson play for the Pittsburgh Crawfords. He had a great series. 5-12. Deep fly ball to left field. Duncan is chasing it back to the track. Makes the catch. 2 outs. Judd Wilson. .311 is a ground ball to shortstop. 3 up and 3 down for the Homestead Grays. We go to the fourth. 1-0 Homestead. Hall of Famer Pop Lloyd leads off for the American Giants. They're down by a run. 4-5 is a swing and a miss, strike 3. Pop Lloyd's 0 for 2. He's the only 300 hitter on this team. Here's Jesse Barber. 2-8. Base hit for Barber. He's an A stealer. 1-15, B -2, 1-13. This is the Negro Leagues. We're going to try to steal. He is safe. Pete Duncan's got a man in scoring position, and he represents the tie and run. Here's the pitch to Pete Duncan. 5-8. Ground ball shortstop X. That's Evans is a 3. That's a wild throw by Evans, an error, and Barber will score the first run for the Giants. E6. Duncan goes to second. Score is tied 1-1. Bruce Petway was a rock-solid defensive catcher who stayed with the Chicago American Giants from 1911 through 1919. He can get his team in front with a base hit here. Here's the pitch. 5-7. Ground ball shortstop, or ground ball second base, X. Tubby Scales is a 3 defensive player. 5-3 is an out. Runner goes to third. 2 outs, the 8th place hitter, which you might normally walk to get to the pitcher, but he's only hitting 185, so Page is going to take his chances with Harry Buckman. That's a leaner. I'll re-roll that. 2-8 is a pop-up to third base. Judd Wilson will put it away, and that ends the inning, but the Chicago American Giants get even with the Homestead Grays. It's 1-1. This Homestead Grays team was a very combative team. They had a lot of guys who would not take any guff off their opponents. And on this team, there were 4 men that were known as the 4 big bad men who would fight at the drop of the hat. Vic Harris was one of them. Oscar Charleston, another. Chippy Britt, I think a pitcher, was one of those. And Judd Wilson. Here's Vic Harris leading off for the Homestead Grays. 5-3 is a fly ball left field X. Left fielder is Duncan. He is a 2. Duncan can't get to it. It rolls past him and rolls to the wall. Vic Harris will go to second with a double. Brings the bat Bill Slim Evans. 110 is a ground ball shortstop B. Runner holds at second, and Evans is out at first. Play made by Pop Lloyd. One away. Ambrose Reed, the third baseman. .510 catcher's card X. Bruce Petway is a 1. And that's a wild pitch followed by a foul out. All right, 2 outs. Satchel's turn to bat. Here's the pitch to Satchel Paige. 4-6. Fly ball to right field. Put away by Barber. 3 outs. Nobody scores in the bottom of the 4th. We go to the top of the 5th. 1-1 tie. For Chicago, the 8th place hitter Bill Francis leads off. That'll be the pitcher in the top of the order. 6-6 is a split chance. And that's going to be a double by Bill Francis. Here's the pitcher, Dick Whitworth, with bunting on his mind. He will try to sacrifice. The roll is 8. That's a bunt down the first base line, picked up by the first baseman, Oscar Charleston, and thrown to Tubby Scales covering. A successful sacrifice. 3-4 that sends the runner to third with 1 out. Pete Hill could get his team on top with a fly ball, while pitcher pass ball will do it as well. Infield is going to play tight. Here's the pitch from Satchel to Pete Hill. 2-8. Ground ball first base B with the infield in. And on the infield in chart, the runner on third is out. 4-2. Fielder's choice for Pete Hill. He's at first, 2 outs. And the Chicago American Giants miss a golden opportunity there. Leroy Grant. 6-7. Fly ball to center field. That's the end of the inning and the end of the opportunity for the Chicago American Giants. It's still 1-1. Tubby Scales will lead off for the Homestead Grays. 6-11. Ground ball back to Dick Whitworth. He snags it, throws to first. 1 out. Here's Ted Page. 1-2 is a base on balls. Page is a B stealer. And Oscar Charleston's the batter. He's going to hold it first, let Charleston swing away. .313 hitter, 16 home runs. .310 is a base hit for Oscar Charleston. Runner could go to third. That is a 1-14 chance. Plus the arm of the... Let's check the direction of the hit. 4 sent to right field, the arm of the right fielder. Right fielder is Jesse Barber, +1, 1-15. Barber's going to throw to second. First and third, 1 out. That brings up the dangerous Josh Gibson. He is struck out and flied to left. Here's the pitch to Gibson, 4-7 off the pitcher's card. Ground ball, second base, X. Bachman is a 3. 12-3 is fielder's choice. That allows Page to score. It's 2-1 Homestead. Charleston's out at second, 4-6, and Gibson's the runner at first. 2 down. But importantly for Homestead, it's 2-1. Judd Wilson. Whitworth into the stretch. Here's the pitch to the Hall of Famer Judge Wilson. 3-7 is a split chance. 1-2 will be a hit. It's a 3. Line drive caught by Bachman. Nice play by Bachman, ends the inning. But the Homestead Grays pull in front. It's 2-1. All right, Chicago American Giants playing for behind again. They're down by a penny. 2-1 to the Homestead Grays. Pop Lloyd will lead off for the Chicago American Giants. John Henry Lloyd was one of several players that New York manager John McGraw said he would love to sign if permitted. He named Pop Lloyd, Spot Poles, Cannonball Dick Redding, and Smokey Joe Williams as players he would love to sign. Here's the pitch to Pop Lloyd. 4-5 is a swing and a miss, strike 3. Page gets him on strikes. Jesse Barber. 5-8. Ground ball shortstop X. The shortstop for the Grays is Evans. He's a 3. 12-3 is an out. 6-3, 2 up and 2 down. Pete Duncan. 1-8 is a split chance. Ball hit deep to right field. And it is caught in front of the wall by Ted Page. He prevented a home run there. 3 up and 3 down. We go to the bottom of the 6th. Homestead Grays 2, Chicago American Giants 1. All right, Vic Harris of the Homestead Grays is going to lead off. Bottom of the 6th inning. He's a little known player, but very, very underrated. He was a strong offensive player. And he was associated with the Homestead Grays from 1925 into the 1940s, about 48, I think, around 48. 23 years with the Homestead Grays, which he managed from 1935 and won 8 pennants managing the Homestead Grays, plus 6 of them in a row. He is not in a Hall of Fame, but I think he should be. He was closest he was consideration happened in 2006, but I don't believe he's in the Hall of Fame. I think he should be. Here's a pitch to Vic Harris. 1-6 is a ground ball to shortstop. 1 away. Slim Evans. 2-6 is a base hit for Evans. He's 1 for 3. B speed. Ambrose Reed's the hitter. 6-8 or 5-8 is a strikeout, 2 outs. And now the pitcher, Satchel Paige. Two nines are ground out to the third baseman, Bill Francis, 3 outs. We go to the top of the 7th. Homestead Grays 2 and the Chicago American Giants 1. Fatigue inning. 3 bad things happen to the starting pitchers. Then they become tired. Bruce Petway leads off for the Chicago American Giants. 5-7. Ground ball short, second base X. Second baseman is Tubby Scales. He's a 3. Base hit. That's the 4th hit off Satchel Paige. Harry Bachman's the batter. Bachman will bunt. 5 is a successful sacrifice thrown out by the pitcher. So Petway goes to second. Sacrifice 1-4 scoring. 1 down. Here's Bill Francis. Could walk him, but he's a 193 hitter. Walk him to get to the pitcher and set up a double play. But then you get into their hitters, Hill, Grant, and Lloyd. If there's a flub out between now and then, they're going to go ahead and pitch to Bill Francis. 3-6. Swing and a miss, strike 3. 2 outs. Dick Whitworth will stay in the game and swing away. 5-7 is a ground ball second base X. He's a 3. 1-3 is a base hit. 2 base advance. That's going to score Petway and tie the game. Dick Whitworth contributes to his own cause. Top of the order, Pete Hill. 5-7 is another ground ball, second base X, so it's a lot of pressure on Tubby Scales. 6-3 is a out. He makes that play. But the game is tied. Go bottom of the seventh. Chicago 2, Homestead 2. Dick Whitworth is a happy man. He just knocked in the tying run. He'll be pitching to Tubby Scales, Ted Page, and Oscar Charleston here in the bottom of the seventh inning. 6-10 is a fly ball to left field, and that play is made by Pete Duncan, one away. Here's Ted Page. 6-6, base hit. Those splits 1-2, or otherwise a line out to second base. Here is Page is a B stealer. Oscar Charleston. He's going to swing away. 6-9, base on balls. All right, Rube Foster's going to make a change for the Chicago American Giants. He's going to bring in a new pitcher. That's Tom Williams. 13-7, 1.58 earned run average. Pitch to Josh Gibson. There's one down, two on. 5-10. Ground ball third base X. That is Bill Francis. He's a 2. 4-2 is an out. Runners advance one base. Second and third. But now 2 away for Judd Wilson. 366 hitter with 10 home runs. Let's see who's after that. Let's see. Vic Harris is after that. They're going to walk Judd Wilson. Bases are loaded. Can Vic Harris put a quarter in a merry-go-round? Here's the pitch. 2-10. He can. That's going to be a split chance. 13, that's a double. And 2-base advance, 2-run score. 4-2, Homestead Grays. Well, I said he was an underrated player, but the Homestead Grays appreciate what they have. Slim Evans comes to bat. 2 outs, second and third. 6-9 is a fly ball to right field. That's the end of the inning. But the Grays add 2. They lead 4-2. It's the 8th, and it's getting late for the American Giants. Pete Hill leads off for Chicago. Here's the pitch from Satchel Paige. 6-9 is a swing and a miss, strike 3. Pete Hill should not have been batting. He made the last out. That was Leroy Grant. Grant is a strikeout victim. Gets U-turned back to the dugout. Here's Pop Lloyd. 5-6, split chance. Base hit, and now Satchel is tired. He's had 3 bad things happen. Timeout. All right, new pitcher is Charles Williams. It's going to be, this game's going to be in the hands of Tom Williams of the American Giants or Charles Williams of the Homestead Grays. Hey, Williams will either win or lose this game, or do both. The runner at first is not important. He's not going to try to steal. There are 2 runs down. Jesse Barber is the batter. Here's the pitch. 6-9. Fly ball to left field. Caught by Vic Harris. Left field fly ball C. Runner holds. 2 down to Pete Duncan. 2-8 is a base hit. Double asterisk. First and third Chicago. Tying runs at first. Go-ahead run is Bruce Petway. Did not have one of his better offensive seasons in 1916. 188 hitter. Let's see if he can deliver here. Petway is 1 for 3 on the day's action. He has scored once as well. 2-9 is a swing and a miss. Strike 3. 3 outs. We go to the bottom of the 8th. Can't say the American Giants have had their chances, but they have not taken advantage of them. It's 4-2, Homestead. Third baseman Ambrose Reed leads off for Homestead. 1-4 is a base on balls. Brings up the pitcher, Charles Williams, batting card 3. Regardless, he's going to try to sacrifice. 3 is a single. He beats out the bunt. First and second. No outs. Here's Tubby Scales. Homestead chance to extend their lead. Scales will swing away. 3-10 is a ground ball third base B. That's the fielder's choice. First and third now. Ruby Foster motions his infield to play in. Ted Page. 1 out. First and third. 6-7 is a pop-up to second base. Harry Bachman calls for it. The infield fly rule. That's 2 outs. And now Oscar Charleston, the infield's at normal depth. 1-5 is a fly ball to right field, 3 outs. We go to the 9th. Homestead Grays 4, Chicago American Giants 2. Bottom of the order for the Chicago American Giants. There are 2 runs down and only 3 outs to work with. Harry Buckman steps in against Charles Williams. 4-11 is a fly ball left field. That's Vic Harris. He's a 2. And that's an out. 1 down, 2 to go for Charles Williams and the Homestead Grays to even the series at 1 apiece. Bill Francis. 5-5 is a ground ball shortstop X. Homestead's shortstop is Evans. He's a 3. And 7-3 is an out. 2 outs. Jude Gans will pitch hit for the Chicago American Giants. He's their last chance. He plays several positions for them. He can play left field, center field, first base. He is also a pitcher. Here's the pitch to Jude Gans. 5-8 is going to be a base hit for Gans. He keeps the American Giants alive. Gets the potential tie and run to the plate in Pete Hill. Should they tie this up, Jude Gans will come in to pitch. Here's the pitch to Pete Hill, though. 4-6. Base on balls. 2 outs. Now they've got a runner in scoring position. Just take a single or an extra base hit could tie it up. Leroy Grant. 6-6 is a fly ball to center field. Ambrose Reed is tracking and makes the catch. That's the ball game. The final score, Homestead Grays 4 and the Chicago American Giants 2. We'll be back with a wrap-up. Okay, the Chicago American Giants scored 2 runs on 7 hits and committed no errors. The Homestead Grays scored 4 runs on 9 hits and 1 error. Satchel Paige is the winner. 7 1/3 innings pitched, 2 earned runs allowed. Dick Whitworth takes the loss. 6 1/3 innings pitched, 4 runs allowed. And Charles Williams gets the say, 1 2/3, no earned runs allowed. Star of the game today is Vic Harris. Vic Harris was 2 for 4 with 2 doubles, and his double in the 7th inning drove in the winning runs. Vic Harris is today's star of the game. Thanks for watching. Have a good day, and God bless.